All right, ladies and gentlemen, just our big 2 fights to go, and our first is our title fight, the light heavyweight boxing title over 5 2-minute rounds of action, as sponsored by Drip Drop and Furniture in Store. Would you welcome first into the red corner, representing MMA unit, Ajmal Khan. And would you welcome his opponent into the blue corner, representing Body Fit Gym in Maidenhead, Jarvis, Chelton. 5 2-minute rounds of boxing action for the light heavyweight title. And your boxer in the red corner, representing the MMA unit, Ajmal Khan. And your boxer in the blue corner, representing Body Fit Gym Maidenhead, Jarvis, Chelton.
Okay, up next, we have our first and only title fight of the night. It's a light heavyweight boxing title fight between Ajmal Khan, local fighter MMA unit, versus Jarvis Chelton of the Body Fit Gym in Maidenhead. Off they go. Jarvis throwing his stinging jabs.
And I think we saw Ajmal at number 1, didn't we?
That's right, yeah, UMMA 1. Ajmal Khan fought John Sutton for the win. He won that one by stoppage. And obviously, he's in here now to fight for the title.
That's right, light heavyweight, 5 rounds of action. And Chelton looks in great shape for this. The away fighter as such, good support here for Ajmal.
Yeah, being a local fighter, Ajmal Khan has got hometown advantage. But I can tell you now, Jarvis Chelton, the Body Fit Gym in Maidenhead, these guys, they train boxing, they produce some good boxers who fight on regional shows and take away titles. And from the press conference yesterday, Jarvis, I think he only fought a couple of weeks ago and took a win then, so he's pretty active.
Well, it can work, as you know, in your favour as a boxer. If you're on a roll and on a winning streak, keep going. But do you know what? They're trading heavy shots, feet planted, opening round.
They are. Chelton there sort of closed his eyes and was swinging for the fences there in the hope of connecting. And then I could tell by the look on his face he was frustrated by his own form there. So then quickly reset and he's back to where he is.
Well, at this level, you can't afford to throw and miss with your hands low, either of these guys. There you go. You throw that left hook, you'll be punished for it.
Big hook there from Khan. He's got his hands really low, and the footwork's going out the window there from Khan. He needs to just adjust, keep things tight, not get put off when Chelton comes in. Just block the punches, keep him up.
Well, the footwork's working from the moment, but it's sound advice you're giving, because Chelton now looking to step in that bit closer, and that hook, one more half step and knowing where your opponent's head is, it could be dangerous. I mean, for me, Ajmal Khan has taken that opening round.
Yeah, I think he has. I mean, a few touch and go moments here from Ajmal. I think a bit of panic struck in when Jarvis was actually within range, but he quickly was set. And you're right, I think he's just about taken that round there.
Well, it's at key moments. You look, when it's an even round, you look for key moments, and it was the 2 or 3 times just that head rocking hook, and you see Jarvis' head snap back. That catches the eye of the judges as well in a very close bout. But as you said, I worry keeping the hands low, because I feel either of these men carry the power to stop you.
It's a good job you pointed that out there, Malcolm, because Ajmal's hands are really low, and he really needs to keep them up, because it could take just one shot.
Yes, this is light heavyweights. They're big men, one punch power. And there's moments there when I felt Jarvis was at the right range, and they'll have had a good look at each other. But I think that Ajmal carries real power in that left hook.
Yeah, when he's throwing it and he's landed, you know, Chelton needs to keep his hands up as well.
You said his eyes closed after that one shot.
That's what it was. You may see it again. You know, he's got the head movement, but when he sort of misses, he sort of like it frustrates himself, and you can tell he tries to reset. Scrappy technique from both boxers. They're both swinging, going for that big hit.
Well, you saw Ajmal there push Jarvis away, and it's a way of showing that you're not going to be intimidated. It's not clean boxing technique, but when you're scrapping like that and you just push him away, you're saying, I'm as strong and as powerful as you.
Yeah.
But getting back to Jarvis and his frustration, I always used to tell our boxers, it's like having a blackboard and an eraser. Once you've missed, just rub it off because it's gone. You can't get it back. Reset, stay calm, and go again.
That's right. I think both boxers really need to do that at the minute. I mean, when they're both lunging in, there's no back steps being taken. There's no real lateral movement. It's just, you know, as soon as they close the distance, it's swinging, and that could cost either boxer.
That's right. You could win offensively doing that by landing, or you could overstretch and be caught on the counter.
I mean,
it makes it exciting for the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gets the crowd going. But as you clearly saw, you know, when the Deontay a Sheik fight, where they, you know, you had Deontay who was catching his man even going backwards. So both fighters need to sort of think of another plan. You know, when this isn't working, the swinging isn't working.
I mean, you could see very flat-footed coming forward, Jarvis, and that means he's going to plant for every shot, like that left hook. And again, as you and I both know, when you plant for every shot, like both men are doing, that's cardio issues then after 5 rounds.
Yeah, both guys, you know, I wish the cornerman will tell them in the break, if it gets to that, you know, there is another 3 more rounds of this to go, so, you know, conserve some energy, keep it technical, and, you know, stay on your feet. I've not really seen much body shots come from Ajmal. So,
well, you hit the nail on the head earlier when you mentioned that there's no setup. It's all just going straight forward and throwing the big shots. That's all they're interested in, is that one big shot. We're not seeing the little jabs, the probes, even the feints. Or I remember Kirkland Lang at his peak would just stamp the floor as if he was going to, and he'd literally just stamp the floor to make the sound and feint. There's been nothing. They've just gone straight at each other, throwing the bombs.
You know, they also need, you know, to have some fakes and feints, you know, in boxing. You know, I like to see some parrying, head movement. Let's go back to basics. Let's work on countering some punches. It's not, you know, not just you throw, I throw, and let's see who gets the best of each other.
As we said, that can be very exciting for the crowd, but you've also got business to do. There's a title at stake. You want that belt around your waist. And just, I agree with you totally. A little bit of thought needs to go into these last 3 rounds to get the title, because at the moment, although they're both throwing bombs, they haven't seen anything that will give them incentive, or they haven't reaped the rewards of these big shots.
We need something, you know, we certainly need some technical boxing on display now. You know, and it's just being smart. It's just being the smarter boxer. You know, footwork, hands up, chin down, just the basics. Okay, off they go.
Well, it's the midway point, a key point in the bout. And just when I thought that was better from Chelton, leading with the jabs, they both get caught in the middle of the ring throwing the bombs again.
Again, you know, Chelton, he's overextending, you know, just using more unnecessary energy for no reason. I'd rather see him, you know, pick his man off, because he has got a solid jab when he throws it out there. You know, and he's got the movement as well. You know, it seems like more of the cleaner boxer of the two, you know, with the movement. So he just needs to take advantage of that. I mean, I sense every single time Ajmal throws, he's throwing short, and they're all arm punches. There's no real waist behind them.
And he's waiting to respond and get close and throw them, unlike with that bolo punch and the hook. And I agree with you. I think Jarvis is the tidier boxer. I liked it when he threw the jab and the hook off the same hand.
And the most important thing is with Chelton, there's that big shot we were talking about earlier. You know, he had success with it there. But I was telling you about Chelton. You know, he actually rolls the shoulders when he throws the punches, and that's what makes a big difference in power.
But the problem for me is he responds in kind.
Yeah, I mean,
use that blackboard analogy, wipe it off, reset, go again calmly, and pick your man off.
Yeah, with Chelton, I think as soon as he gets caught, it's almost like, you know, I'm going to get you back now, and he starts walking his man down, and that's when he's making the mistakes. Again, you know, big hook there, you know, no real waist used, all arms, you know, and in all honesty, Khan actually did good by sort of ducking under that punch.
Well, Ajmal, the old saying, as you and I both know, make them miss, make them pay. He ducked beautifully under that shot, but was so interested in that right haymaker, he didn't make him pay.
Again, Ajmal, you know, throwing that big haymaker.
And look at the way he set his body, Jarvis. As we said earlier, he was going to reply in kind. He was going to look for that big. He's been drawn into Ajmal's fight.
That's exactly what Ajmal's game plan is. You know, as soon as he hits Jarvis, you know, it's almost like, right, you got me, I'm getting you back. And if Ajmal uses his head a little, beats a bit more of a smarter boxer, counter punches, you know, he'll draw him in that way and throw that cross, even though that overhand is doing the business now and then, you know, throw that cross because he's walking straight into you.
Now that's the thing, you say now and then, but there's not much else to judge on at the moment, so maybe Ajmal's right hand, especially the one we saw in the middle of the ring, that now and then movement of it could be enough to be taking this back. That's what's frustrating for me about this is you've seen in Jarvis that he's got the potential to be a good boxer, but he's being drawn into Ajmal's sort of fight. And we saw here right in front of our commentary position, when he got lumped with that right hand, he almost cocked it like a gun to throw back as the bell came. And with that in mind, Ajmal might be building up just a head of steam with these big shots and then frustrating his man.
Yeah, with I mean, just the basics again. I'll keep going back to the basics. I like to see Ajmal, I mean, bite down on his gum shield, keep his hands up, and you know what? Go forward, just with the basics of just a jab cross. Even if he works the 1-2 and hook, 3-hit combo, you know, he's bound to get something and have a bit more success.
Well, we've got just 2 rounds left, and it's a pivotal stage now. They've had plenty of time to look at each other. They've had plenty of time to develop game plans. They've had plenty of time to adjust.
So we're in championship rounds now.
And Ajmal to start there, switched to southpaw, unbelievably.
Well, that's some tactics there from body fit gym fighter Jarvis Chelton. Switching stances, trying to confuse Ajmal Khan now.
That's Ajmal's style is frustrating for a fighter. He ducks low when you come in. Doesn't try, he bobs and weaves, but look how low. There! He knew where Jarvis was going to be.
Yeah, slipped the punch beautifully, came back with a cross of himself. I mean, it's a shame you couldn't put him to the floor, wasn't enough power in there. Chelton took that on the chin.
And again, he's walking Ajmal down. And he throws out that jab. That's the best shot he's thrown, that left to the body.
Again, there's no lateral movement, you know, just lunging punches. Now Ajmal needs to calm down. As soon as, you know, if there's no punch, if nothing's connected from Jarvis, why lunge in? You know, out of desperation, he just throws himself in.
And he throws, as you said, off balance. His head comes down. He's got to stay composed. But again, that right hand, it amazes me. It's landing, no setup.
Again,
he throws
same
it.
thing, but I think that was a slip there. One count does a knockdown. Again, overextended, you know, lost his balance.
Now this is where Jarvis should stay in the pocket, step in, sharp, straight punches. But like Ajmal, too often for me, he's throwing arm punches.
Yeah, look. See, I mean, you can see that punch a mile off. I mean, if Chelton, all he really needs to do is attack, back off, attack and back off again. Because every time he does that, you know, he panics, Khan, right? And so he can then reset and go back in again. But he's making the same mistake of overextending. He gets confident and he overextends. and you know, he really, his cornerman really needs to sort of give him some good words of advice here going into the last and final round of this championship bout.
You know, all he needs to do, as you said, is he gets it. What is frustrating, I mean, not that I mind either way who wins, we're totally neutral. But if you just look at Chelton, he does the hard part, walks his man down, he looks the part, he has the movement until he actually throws. And it's frustrating because everything else is done well. You know as well as I do how hard it is to get in range, walk a guy down, get into position where he's where you want him. Then you must capitalise. He hasn't. Ajmal, as you said, not particularly balanced at times, frustrating the way he ducks his head and pushes his arms out when he comes in. But then he'll throw that looping right and land 3 times out of 4.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the crowd certainly getting behind the local fighter Ajmal Khan now. I think, in all honesty, this is make or break for both fighters now, because at the moment, you know, it's been even Stevens right the way through, and this is going to be the penultimate round to, I think, to finally secure who takes this win.
Well, will there be a sting in the tail here? Round 5. Both men still there, and neither man's really been hurt.
I've got to say, both guys are fit.
Yeah. But neither's got, like, a way that they've worked him in previous rounds to work on and say, he's hurt to the body, or I rocked him in the previous round. It hasn't happened.
So Chelton now going for the big swings, but he's actually biding his time. He's backing off now, picking his shots. You know, that could do him favours.
Well, I feel he's got to stay in the pocket with Ajmal, tighten up these shots and stay there the whole time. Ajmal, when he's under pressure like this, has got to look for that big right, but he's getting caught now.
He's dropping his hands. Jarvis Chelton. He's got Ajmal Khan on the back foot now. This could look good in front of the judges, but he needs to back off. He's doing the same thing as he was doing before. He's having success, overcompensates, but again, looking like more of the aggressive fighter here.
But again, it's those arm punches. I just feel there's a really tidy boxer that hasn't come to the cage today. Got caught up in the emotion of it. He's the away fighter, big crowd on the other fighter's behalf. A fighter that is prepared to throw big shots, throw caution to the wind. I think he's been dragged into that sort of bout.
Yeah, I mean, Chelton, he's just missing, and both guys, I mean, the hands are dropping, both swinging for the fences. This is anyone's fight, but the more busier fighter has certainly been Jarvis Chelton, the body fit gym fighter from Maidenhead, travelling fighter. Chelton looking for the finish. Both exhausted. Ajmal Khan hanging on.
And Chelton for the first time really showing what he's, but this could be vital here now.
I think
this could be vital.
You're right. I think
but
that
something worth mentioning here, Shahid. 46 years of age, Ajmal.
Wow.
23, Jarvis.
Well, listen, he's old enough to be his dad.
Well, he's double his age.
He is. I'll tell you what, I didn't know that, but
nor did I, which puts a different spin on things here for me. I'm not saying that I don't think that Jarvis then has the right to win or that he hasn't won. I'm saying we should put credit where it's due for a man at 46. You mentioned conditioning and cardio. Forget the technique or sometimes the occasional lack of it. That's an amazing thing to do.
That's certainly inspiring stuff there. I mean, to have guys, you know, going into the cage, in the ring, you know, with guys half their age, you know, putting it all on the line, you know, putting in fight camps. You know, it's just a testament to Ajmal Khan and a testament to his trainers and his coaching staff. You know, you can tell he's fit. He obviously looks taxed now, but you know, Ajmal Khan gave a fantastic account of himself, and you know, chin up to him and kudos to Ajmal Khan. You know, beautiful finish. Excuse me, Jarvis Chelton finished that fight strong, and I think that may be the swaying thing for the judges, you know, to actually award this fight to him. But unofficially, a very close fight, and I think, in my opinion, Jarvis Chelton may have just taken that by a split decision by the last round.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is important. Before I even actually know the official result, before I go to our chief judge to say who's won, can I just say that Ajmal Khan is 46 years of age. What a performance by this man at that age. And I must stress, I don't know the result yet. I just think that is important to say. Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 hard rounds of boxing, these two men have taken us to a majority decision. But that decision is in favour of the blue corner, Jarvis Chelton. Ladies and gentlemen, our belt to be provided by our main sponsor, Furniture Install, and the medals from our promoter, Abdab, to give the medals.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And the belt from Furniture Install.
Jarvis Chelton is the new UMMA light heavyweight boxing champion. Very close fight there with Ajmal Khan of the MMA unit in Coventry.
Jarvis, congratulations on a close fight.
That was the toughest fight.
Kudos to Ajmal Khan stepping in there like that, like a warrior.
Big up to Ajmal. He's probably the hardest fighter I've fought out of all my fights. So I'd like to congratulate him for making 5 rounds with me. He's done a really good, hard job on me. But I'm glad to get the win. I think that last round done it for me. But God bless everyone here. Thank you for the support. And everyone who booed me, I appreciate you all as well, all right? Love you all.
Show some appreciation to Jarvis, please.
Ajmal, if I can have a word with you, please, sir. Now, Ajmal, we made a big thing about being 46 years taking this back, but I'll be honest, it didn't seem to make a difference. You pushed him the whole way for 5 rounds.
First of all, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give me the health and fitness, thank my supporters, everybody in the Cove. Thank you very much to Jarvis here, wicked fight, deserves it, come out strong. Like I said, I'm 44, probably left it in the last round.
Well, what I thought you did really well was you took it to him, you kept him under pressure, and you tried to get him out of his stride. I think you thought, this is a tiny boxer, and you just worked and worked him.
Very tough the jab, worked his body. But like I said, he's a strong guy. He able to finish it off in the last round a bit stronger than me. But fair play to him.
Well, that's what I was thinking. You started very strongly, it went well, but just in those last 2 rounds, I think he realised he had to pick it up, and to be fair, that's when he put the pressure on you.
Yeah, I think just my age, like I said, it kicked in the last 2 rounds, you ain't got that sharpness left in you, so felt it.
But that was an incredible title bout. You took him all the way. You are an inspiration. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah.
Well, you know what, it was very close, yeah, but I think it was purely because he was catching you on the counter, when you were coming out.
Guys, can you show some appreciation also for our headline sponsor, Furniture Install?